Update about the murder of 5-year-old Kearria Addison. Addison was shot after being caught in a crossfire while just sitting in a vehicle with 3 other siblings. The argument that started it, over $180. Today, JSO announced that all parties involved in the incident leading up to and including Kearria's death have now been identified. Johnathan Hall and Tierra Beaufort were taken into custody today. Adrain Cornelius Covington turned himself in and was arrested for 1 count of murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. Everett Jr. was arrested shortly after the incident. Now, the 5th suspect believed to be involved, the driver of the vehicle used during the crime, has been identified and interviewed, but no arrest has been made as of yet, and the investigation continues.